Hi everyone, I'm Ellie Hill. I'm the EDI project director, and this is the EDI orientation process video. This video is intended for superintendents, principals, and kindergarten teachers, really any staff that's involved in the EDI process this year. We're really just going to cover how things work for EDI implementation. So we're going to cover some common questions. We're going to walk through, our UCLA partners are going to walk through a demo of what teachers are going to see when they log into the portal. We're going to talk through some of the basic tasks that need to get done before the portal opens in February. Most of you guys have already completed everything, so that's wonderful. This is really just going to be the process side of things. So if you want to know more information about what the EDI is, why it's important in Arkansas, please visit our website. We'd love to also answer any questions, of course, that anyone has. But again, this video is just the basics so that you know what to expect when the portal opens next month.
These are the top 3 action items that most of you have already done all of these. So first, we really need to send out the parent letters. I sent this out to everybody before, but if you need any of these materials, please just email me and I can definitely get those out to you. So also complete your district profile information. Again, almost everyone has done this. If you haven't, you'll be hearing from me, but most everybody, I think there's just 1 or 2 folks out there who haven't completed the district profile information. I'm going to be compiling that and sending it over to our friend Tyler at UCLA so that he can prepare the portal for our teachers. And last but not least, and really this is one of the very most important steps, is to let your kindergarten teachers and staff know what is coming. So some districts are really just excellent about conveying this information, but we have had experiences in the past where communication has not really trickled down the whole way, and sometimes the consequences of that are just that teachers don't end up having really the full time frame that they typically would have to complete the EDI. So for instance, sometimes teachers are really wary of spam and things like that, as they should be. If they don't know this is coming, if they don't know to look out for an email from me, sometimes it goes to the delete folder and never comes back. And by the time we figure out what's going on, you know, we've lost a couple of weeks in that window. And it's really just to give teachers all of the time and flexibility that they would want to have to complete the EDI and not feel rushed. It's really just so important to pass along information to your teachers and staff. I did send out some information kind of package that you could just forward along. And I'll send that out again when we follow up with this meeting recording. So if you haven't sent it out to your teachers yet, you can just go ahead and forward that along once you get it from me after we send out this recording. So here's the timeline. Around February 17th, that's the goal date for when the portal is going to open. We should be able to stick to that timeline. Sometimes there's some data lags that we don't have a lot of control over, but it's looking good for the portal to open on February 17th. I will definitely stay in touch with you all, so you will be aware if there are any delays happening. But on February 17th, if everything goes according to plan, I will send an email out to teachers to the email that we have on file and invite them to log in to the EDI portal and begin filling out questionnaires. And of course, I'm going to let all of the district liaisons and principals know that those emails went out as well, but teachers will get an individual email from me inviting them to log into the portal and begin. As teachers complete, we will be sending out gift cards in batches. So the way, you know, some teachers are really, they get it done basically the first day. So that first batch, there's usually quite a few teachers who get it done within that first day or that first week. We'll send out gift cards via email to all of those teachers as they complete, and then, but it's all right. We'll keep sending it. Usually we go every Friday. So every Friday we send out those gift cards to their emails for whoever's completed. And then you have until March 17th. That's the deadline to complete. I will be staying in touch with everybody, letting you know your progress along the way, who has outstanding students that they still haven't completed questionnaires for. And, we're always just here to answer any questions that might come up. So please don't hesitate to reach out. But yeah, March 17th, that's the deadline to complete. And we'll definitely be sending reminders for that as well. And here are just a couple of questions that we get a lot, and we're trying to just make sure that we get ahead of that so that there's no confusion. One of the top questions we get from teachers is how to delete a record and how to add a record. So the way it works in the portal, as Tyler will show you here in a moment, you have a list of the student research IDs, and then from me, when you get that email that invites you as a teacher to log into the portal, attached to that will be what's called a class list, and that's this document that's up on the page right now, with the little icon of the lady working on a computer. So that's your class list that you'll use in order to see, okay, so student ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is associated with Sally Smith. So that's how you know which student you are looking at when you're working through the portal. And so what I did is I added these quick reminders just right in there. There's going to be of course, there's a short training video that teachers will watch before they even start, but these are just reminders of how to do these common roster changes within the portal if you need to. So to delete a record, really all you do is select anything other than in class for more than 1 month on question 1. That closes out the record and you can move on to the rest of your students. You can also add a record. We try our best to have the rosters be as accurate as possible, but sometimes we know students move, a new student is added to your class for various reasons. You can easily add a record. All you have to do is email me at ellie.hill@arkansas.gov, and I will assign you a new research ID, and then you can go ahead and add that student with the Add Student button, and you will be able to proceed as usual with that record. Another thing that is important to just keep in mind for teachers is that sometimes they get confused between research IDs and the student IDs that the Arkansas Department of Education uses. So the research IDs that are in the portal have nothing to do with ADE student IDs. They are used only for this research project, and then they are abandoned. So they're completely different, and I just want to make sure to remind folks of that because we don't want to have any confusion when you're trying to look up your students on your portal. And again, please reach out to me. We are ready. We've cleared our schedules for the portal, for portal season for the EDI. So we are ready and happy to answer any questions. Feel free to email or give me a call and I will walk you through whatever issues might come up. A couple other common questions just have to do with the gift card. So who gets it? It's all kindergarten teachers who complete all of the questionnaires for their students. So pretty easy. They go out, we try and send them as soon as possible. So you should get it within a week after completion. And they are sent out electronically to this teacher email that we have on file. So that's another reason why it's really important to have that district profile information to us and correct so that we can not only invite your teachers to the portal, but also send them their gift cards when they're done.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tyler. I'm the National Training and Data Collection Coordinator. So I'm going to be handling a lot of the tech stuff. So I'm going to show you what the teachers see really quick. I won't spend a ton of time on it, but once the teachers log in, this is what they're going to see. Can you guys see the test user screen okay? Great. So yeah, they'll see a list of student IDs. There's a nice little way for them to filter which ones are in progress, which ones haven't started, and this is the add student feature that we discussed. As Ellie mentioned, you'll want to make sure you get the fake ID before entering in a real student ID. And I'll show you what it looks like to close out a student record because this is a common question we get. So going into one of the records, we'll start by seeing their address and zip and stuff. And then the very first question here, student status. If you select anything other than this first option here, in class more than 1 month, that will lock the student's record out. So if the child moved out of class per se, um, or they were just like never in your class, like you've never seen that student ID before. Next, and it will ask you, is that right? Are you sure about that? And then you look and you say, yep, I'm sure about that, and you hit next. And then it'll ask you once more if you're sure about that. You hit submit and lock. And it says completed on our end. And we just want to keep tabs on these error instances. So that's why like they won't be removed from the teacher portal, but that record's done. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. And we've marked that record's no longer valid. And that's it. So I won't go through a whole EDI record, but this is what the portal looks like in case any questions come up. Again, we try to make it as simple as possible.